What is up, NFL fans? It is your boy, Kevin Phillip Fox, a.k.a. the Buffalo Trill, and I'm coming at you all the way from Connecticut. That is right. I am in the home of my best friend's mother. We are actually celebrating an engagement this week, so congratulations to the happy, newly engaged Emily and Bubba. I'm in town surprising them, having fun. And I'm here also to do a podcast while we're at it. So I'm coming at you live from the Designated Motivator's office, Don Brolin. If you need your taxes done, get them done by the Designated Motivator. Free ad space. So hopefully you're here and ready to talk about NFL football, because this is that time of year where this is the most important time to lock in. We got to talk about who's going to make the playoffs, who's going to win the season awards, who's going to win the Super Bowl. And I can't do it alone. And I'm here with an old familiar face, a beautiful face, somebody who I also spent a week with. I'm talking about Jimmy Ray from NFL Stats. Eliante is up with their horror movie villain, Jimmy Ray.
I'm ready for some football.
Oh my God, he's got the ball. He's snapping it to himself.
Let's go,
Jimmy. Like the fever pitch. I would say we're a couple degrees centigrade shy of a fever pitch. Would you agree?
I would agree. Yeah, this upcoming weekend is weird.
It's a nebulous space. A lot of fantasy drafts happening, but we got Final 53 cuts. It's going to be fun to talk about those today on the podcast. We got some legit headlines. How's your week been? Have you been staying at in an office in Connecticut like myself, or is that just me?
No, I just got back from Michigan, Lake Michigan. I was on vacation there. Now I'm back in Indiana. I'm refreshed. I'm ready for some real football, but no Connecticut. I've never been to Connecticut. I've never been to Connecticut. Don't ever plan on going to Connecticut.
I didn't either
in my life. Hartford is the capital. That's all I know.
You're a genius. Hey, it's I'll tell you what, man. It's a beautiful place. Yeah, I'm in Wyndham, Connecticut. Absolutely breathtaking. Wyndham, Connecticut. Yeah. It's a village, bro. Everybody knows everybody. Cousin Steve is the same guy who drives the boat, and when you're golfing, you're gonna see him in the cart in front of you, bro. Everybody's everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of town. We call it a village. And my buddy's British, so I'm staying with a lot of British folks. I'm learning a lot of new slang. If you're using the restroom and you're going number one, you're having a wee.
Excuse me?
If you're going number one, you're having a wee.
Like Wii Sports? How do you spell it?
I actually don't know. I'm guessing it's WEE, but if you're using the restroom in London,
like the pig on the way home, I got you.
Exactly, you're having a wee. So without further ado,
you're having a good time.
If only Adrian was here, he could confirm or deny this European slang, but he's not. We miss Adrian dearly. He's gonna wake up to this, a link to this in his inbox, and he'll watch it and he'll see himself get dogged on. But we love Adrian, who's a new homeowner. So congratulations to Adrian as well. Everybody in the legit football family is just moving up in the world, except for me. I'm in my friend's mom's office in Connecticut.
Yeah, you're going down.
Really, I've never been worse. Without further ado, we do have some excellent NFL predictions, season predictions, playoffs, season awards to get to. But without further ado, we have our legit headlines. And we're going to start off with a familiar face to myself, Amari Cooper. The Raiders have reunited with Amari Cooper. The Raiders have signed him to a 1-year deal. He's 31 years old, and he is back with the team that drafted him. Coming off of a 547-yard, 4-touchdown season split between the Browns and Bills, though he posted 1,200 yards just the year prior. So he might still have a little bit left in the tank. It'll be interesting to see. It kind of looked like there was a noticeable physical drop-off towards the end of last season with Buffalo. We'll see. He joins a wide receiver group that includes Jacoby Myers. Vegas also traded a 2026 fifth-round pick to Cleveland for Kenny Pickett, who will now serve as Geno Smith's backup. Jimmy, the news during this time of year comes fast and furious, and if you blink, you're going to miss 10 transactions. I learned at the time of reading it out loud that Kenny Pickett was now a Raider. Do these moves move the needle for you at all as it relates to Vegas?
Yeah, man. Following the news this time of year is absolutely insane. If you're like an NFL, I mean, we're in it, and we still, yeah. And we're in it. We're looking for this. We're scraping by, but we still have a life. other than football, surprisingly enough, to these people watching right now that watch us
Yep.
every week.
Yep.
But did you know Aiden O'Connell fractured his thumb? Did you know
I
that?
I had gotten that news had made its way past my Rolodex. I had heard that.
Yeah. So yeah, that he fractured his thumb. So they needed a backup quarterback, and they went and got Kenny Pickett, who was on the QB carousel that the Browns have, and the Browns just
Yep.
signed Bailey Zappi to their practice squad. So little situations like that, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah,
That
and
just
they
happened in 5 seconds ago.
so Pickett's out of the paint. They already cut Snoop Huntley. So this is
Yeah,
about the
he's back
Raiders.
on he's on the Ravens now again.
This is about the Raiders, but let's take stock as it relates to the Browns as well. So the Browns, I saw some news I was caught up on. I saw the official release of the depth chart. Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel backing up Joe Flacco, and then Shedeur Sanders, QB3, and they now have also Bailey Zappi on the practice squad.
Correct. Yeah, you're spot on.
They're really taking that bites at the apple approach pretty seriously.
Yeah,
They're
you might as
a lot
well.
of a lot of bites at the quarterback apple.
And they have a little guy in the IR right now too that used to play the quarterback position.
We don't have to talk about him. We've talked about him enough over the
He's
years.
physically unable to perform.
He is. We're good. Raiders.
Raiders, yeah, Amari Cooper.
Back to the Raiders. Do we feel like these moves? Because I'll be quite honest with you, I was expecting more out of Amari Cooper at the time of the trade last year. It became pretty clear, pretty quick, that physically the traits were just different. I don't think he's cooked. I don't think he has nothing left in the tank, but I think his wide receiver one days are comfortably behind him. I think he's still got jump ball, contested catch appeal, I would say, and with a quarterback like Geno, who's pretty accurate, I think that could be a fun dynamic, could be a fun red zone weapon, but he's not a needle mover from a roster building standpoint right now, correct?
I'm on the same page as you. The wide receiver one there is Brock Bowers, 100%. He's the receiver one. Jacoby Myers, he requested a trade too, so that's kind of weird.
Not great timing for that, because Jacoby Myers he's going to be dependable in that offense. I think he's going to be a chain mover. I wonder where that comes from. That just seems a little out of left field.
Yeah, it does. I don't know what the situation there is. I don't know what his contract situation is. That's always where I would start out in my head when someone requests a trade. But I wouldn't say Jacoby Myers. I don't know. I'd be surprised if he's looking for a new contract. But they have Jack Bech. I
think it's Besh. Jack Bech.
Yeah, they have Jack Bech. They have some young guys in the receiver room. So bringing in Amari Cooper just feels like a veteran presence, regardless of what happens to Jacoby Myers. I don't think he'll get traded because nobody seems to get traded this time of year when they request a trade. But we have one we're still waiting on. But in terms of Amari Cooper, it's like the Adam Thielen news just happened too. It's like the veteran guys going back to their home.
It's kind beautiful.
Of it's like hospice for them. Am I allowed to say that?
Jimmy, I like it. It's a bar. It clears. It plays.
It's like a comfort. It's like their comfort spot.
It's out of pocket, but you know what? This is an out of pocket podcast. I think I'll end this with just saying I definitely think. Oh, no pockets. Empty those suckers. We're out of pocket. I think I'll just sum it up by saying, like, yeah, okay, cool. Amari Cooper probably raises the floor of that wide receiver room. He could probably still be a jump ball guy. He could probably still be a contested catch guy. But I definitely don't think it moves the needle for fantasy. Don't go out and draft Amari Cooper. I'm going to put my stamp on that. I don't think Amari Cooper will be fantasy relevant this year. I think if Jacoby Myers does get traded, I think it's very dependent on where he gets traded, but he is fantasy relevant right now. Wide receiver 1, Brock Bowers. Wide receiver 2, Ashton Jeanty. Maybe Jacoby Myers is wide receiver 3. But I think pass catching work will be funneled through those top 2 options. As far as Kenny Pickett goes, Aiden O'Connell to Kenny Pickett, I think it's a slight downgrade. I think Kenny Pickett he's all moxie, he's all dog, but he has almost no talent. Let's be real. He could manage a game for you. Yeah, I don't think Kenny Pickett is anything special. I don't think
that's crazy. That's a hot take.
Is it?
No, I'm being sarcastic.
I was gonna say, okay, that's a bit, right? Okay, no. Okay, and Armand is breaking the news in the chat as per usual. Absolutely funneling.
Gosh.
Khalil Herbert is signed to the Colts practice squad. Donovan Edwards is signing with the Commanders, and Greg Dulcich is signing with the Dolphins practice squad. And they might freaking need him given the news of Darren Waller and his kind of evolving ramp-up period, a.k.a. is he healthy? Is he not?
Darren Waller. Yeah.
Darren Waller, remember him?
Yeah.
Rapper. Next on the list, we have the Bengals, Jimmy. About freaking time. Me and Honeyball absolutely dogpiled on the Bengals and their ownership and how they've been handling their situations. Finally, the situation comes to a head, and Trey Hendrickson, the absolute stud pass rusher, leads the NFL in sacks every year, gets a $14 million raise. I'd say that classifies a pretty significant chunk of change for the 2025 season, bumping his 2025 salary from 16 mil to 30 mil. Now he'll hit free agency next March as one of just 6 edge defenders making 30 million or more. I'll take the lead on this one. I think this was a no-brainer. I think if you do this sooner, you save yourself some money, and you might even be able to lock this guy up long-term. I think Cincinnati gets a D, maybe a D plus for how they handled this offseason. I don't know if I love the way their assets are being allocated. And then the way that they're managing the assets is just even worse. But on the bright side, the names and faces that they needed, they have. Trey Hendrickson, Jamar Stewart, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, all the names that were kind of up in the air in kind of a nebulous space, they're all staying home. And while I think maybe I personally might have let T. Higgins play out his contract, I do support the decision to keep Burrow's cupboard full, I guess. But at some point, I think that asset allocation could come back to bite them, especially when it comes to rebuilding their defense, which is absolutely abysmal. And it just got a little bit better today by securing Trey Hendrickson stays. But I think Cincinnati needs prayers for their defense. I don't think anything else at this point, short of a Micah Parsons trade. I think they need prayers for them to not have to score 38 points a game to stay competitive. Jimmy, am I out of pocket again?
No, you're not out of pocket. I feel like the Bengals have been playing catch up this whole offseason just to get back to where they were last year with a not so good defense and good offense. Like they had Shamar Stewart. They got him. Took him a little while, but they got their first round draft pick in the building. So that could be beneficial, but it still feels like the Bengals can be a really good football team this year, just with Joe Burrow and those offensive weapons. But you're right. Eventually, they're going to have to draft correctly and get some young guys if they're going to have this money allocation to like 4 stars. They're gonna have to draft young, get some young guys in there because they won't have a good free agency game. They won't be able to keep a lot of players because of this, but can't give them too much like crap because you got to go pay those star players. So I'm not against it, and at least the Micah Parsons thing is happening. So this is old news to them now. Let's go play ball.
Yeah. And where is Micah Parsons going to go? I know that's not what we're talking about because I think we kind of agree on the Bengals. I think we made pretty succinct points there. I don't really feel like we need to dive too deep into it. Like I said, D plus for the offseason. Is that out of pocket? Is that too low? Do you think their offseason deserves more flowers?
I'll give it a C just for the average. Like I think it's just like back to where they were, which like it's not bad to give your stars money. It's not like they lost a bunch of players and didn't add
but
anything.
If where they were was missing the playoffs, do they really deserve average for that, or shouldn't that be below average for securing complacency?
They were close. They had a good end of the season. Let's build. I mean, they are a playoff team. They could win their division. I wouldn't doubt that.
I will see later in the show, but I would be surprised if they ended up on the outside looking in of my bubble. I'm sure probably same with yours. We both have a lot of respect for what they do, their regime. Zach Taylor, I don't think his seat is hot or warm per se, but I think he's been coasting on the laurels of a good Super Bowl run a couple years ago. And I think we need to see Zach Taylor go out there and do the job. Like, they can't just keep using injuries and defense as excuses. Like, at some point,
if the Bills miss the playoffs like that, like Sean McDermott would be.
Oh, Sean McDermott goes to the semifinals 2 out of 4 years, and he's getting roasted anyway. It doesn't matter. Like, the Bills are the like. Besides, this is like not to be a Bills thing, but like the Bills are one of the most successful regular season teams in NFL history the last half decade, especially among teams that have not been to a Super Bowl in that era. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. If Sean McDermott is having the same results as Zach Taylor, there would be pitchforks outside of Highmark and outside of the new Bills Stadium. I
think Zach
agree.
Taylor's gone if they miss the playoffs again. I feel like, just not saying like his faults or not, they'll need a new face. Something will need to change if they're missing the playoffs with all these guys.
Absolutely. He can't keep coasting off of a Super Bowl appearance during a COVID run. It's a new year.
Shout out COVID.
It's the dawn of a new day. Anyways, let's take a look at what is next. Another big storyline that was just giving us all headaches all year, especially fantasy managers. The Commanders have locked up Terry McLaurin with a $96 million extension, 3-year deal that includes a $30 million signing bonus. Jimmy, can I just hold one? Can I just hold half of one or even a quarter of one? Terry, please. While full guarantee details were disclosed, concerns about McLaurin turning 30 next month suggest the final year may carry limited guarantees. He'll headline a deep receiver room featuring Deebo Samuel, Noah Brown, Luke McCaffrey, and rookie Jalen Lane. Of course, Terry McLaurin is the bona fide wide receiver 1, fantasy, possibly low-end wide receiver 1, high-end wide receiver 2. Jimmy, what do you make of this massive, massive deal for Scary Terry and the Commanders?
Yeah, so I'm trying to look up. They did do the exact numbers for the contract. It's like $44 million guaranteed, I believe, which in my opinion, it's not a lot. You can spread that around a little bit to like 15 mil per year, and for a guy like Terry McLaurin,
mitigate those cap.
you can move that around, no problem. I think they'll have it out. I think it'll basically be like 1-2 year contract. They can get out of it and kind of make it happen. But obviously, once it was a hold in, he was getting off the injury report a little bit. I was hoping that this would happen. If you look at it just bare bones, it looks like a lot of money, but I don't think it's a lot for someone who's been so important to your franchise for so long. Whether it's fanfare or not, I think he can contribute, and without him, their wide receiver room is complete liability. So you need Terry McLaurin in the building.
Absolutely.
You're not getting anybody else this time of year.
Yeah, with Terry, they have an above-average wide receiver room. Without Terry, they have maybe a significantly below average to bottom-tier wide receiver room. So you had Terry in there. A rising tide lifts all boats. Terry is absolutely a top 15 receiver in the NFL. That might even be conservative. So I completely agree with you there. Sounds like you're not too concerned about the money. So you don't think that you don't take this as too significant of an investment that we can, like, for example, if you were a Commanders fan, would this send you out to get a jersey?
Hopefully they already have a jersey.
That's fair. That's fair. With what Terry's done for them thus far, that's fair. And I mean, if you don't have
jersey for Terry, be like, dude was a baller for us for this long, regardless of what happens after this year, after next year. But
if I didn't
fall off, me as Jayden Daniels. So
if I didn't already have a Terry jersey upon news of the contract, I might go get one. For me, Jimmy, also obviously Jayden Daniels. I mean, come on, that's got to be the number one Commander jersey right now. Maybe us fantasy guys, we can talk about Bill Krosky Merritt. Maybe you go get a Bill Krosky Merritt jersey, because he's the next big thing. Bill. He's the next big thing for fantasy. He's the next big thing for the Commanders. I like the move. I think it's fine money. $32 million is, man, the wide receiver inflation. I think it was all thanks to DK Metcalf. You look at DK Metcalf's market resetting contract with Pittsburgh. I just think we're in for teams who have to pay alpha receivers are in for a world of hurt, which is why you look at the Bengals moves. I guess they make sense in hindsight, but it just makes me so happy that Bean is on the side of not overpaying a wide receiver 1, because look at the way the Chiefs have been building their team. They've been building without a wide receiver 1. Now the Bills are doing the same thing. I think that faceless offense, the Arya Stark offense, might start to become more of the trends in the NFL. That might be the next cover too. We might see the everybody eats mantra, adopted across the league. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm just thinking you guys actually traded your star wide receiver when he wanted to be traded. So that I don't know when feels like that never happens anymore. So the fact that you guys actually did that
Yeah, they took the dead cat. They ate
Says
it.
a lot of it says
Yeah,
a lot
and
about their roster.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you got to give Bean his flowers, and I think you got to give Commanders brass their flowers since the transition out of Snyder. They've just been one of the best run teams in the last couple of years, and obviously, we have an offseason darlings episode coming for you next week. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but obviously, I was reading those tea leaves before it was cool. Oh, he pulls the Colts hat down. He pulls. Oh, buddy. We've been dogging you since you've been on the podcast last. Me and Hunter just dogged you guys last week.
Thank you.
We don't like the handling of the Anthony Richardson situation. We thought it was
Yeah.
abysmal.
Nobody
Yeah.
does.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck with Danny Dimes, buddy.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you, King.
All right. Hey, without further ado, Mr. Anthony, it is time for our. Oh my God.
Hard.
I'm in a really, really fancy little recording studio here. Shout out to Don Brolin. Oh my God, did that just hit so hard in the speakers like that, Anthony? Good timing, man. Good timing.
A cat tree behind you?
Is that a what?
A cat tree.
Oh yeah, she's got cats. I don't know if they come into her office or not.
Looks like you're on ESPN. Like they always have the background of
literally, bro. Literally,
give me some more books and you're golden, dude.
This is the fanciest I've ever felt, bro. Like this is insane. Like I need to learn how the other half lives. I need to. I need to move to Connecticut. Sheesh.
Don't. Then I would never visit you, man.
No, I think I'm good. I think LA suits me for the time being. Without further ado, we're going to be predicting the NFL season. We have playoff teams. We have awards, MVP, DPOY, OPOY, OROY. We have so many things to get to in so little time. I think Anthony might have set us up with a way to do it. Maybe we start with the awards. How does that sound, Jimmy?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's start small and let's get big. Let's start small and let's get big. Who's going to be the comeback player of the year?
Comeback player of the year. I have Aiden Hutchinson. Dude is a stud.
That's a great pick.
Yeah.
That is a good pick.
Yeah,
I didn't even consider him.
He was on the MVP pace last year, so it feels like, injury coming back, like out of all the people that were injured last year, that's kind of the rule for this award, I think now. I think he is the most likely to come back and contribute, and I'm sure Anthony hopefully likes that pick too.
Yeah, I think that's a
Lions,
great pick.
Anthony.
I think that's. Let's check the odds on comeback player of the year. Let's see where Aiden Hutchinson ranks, because I would be shocked if he wasn't. I would be shocked if he wasn't first. Right?
Is this a chalk pick?
I'm. That's what I'm trying to find out. No, that's what I'm trying to find out, because I went
260. Well, it's kind of different. It's kind of different everywhere. I think he's the favorite. There's some other players, but I'll let you pick yours next before we get into the other guys.
Yeah. I just want to see the list, because I'm like, who else would even be considered? Oh my God! You want to know who's pretty high up in odds?
Is it Dak?
Dak is number one. Dak is first. Yeah, I went a little bit of a different route here. I think I'm gonna go with Christian McCaffrey.
I thought you were gonna say Damar Hamlin. So
the joke that keeps on giving on this podcast is that Damar Hamlin died, but Joe Flacco played for the Jets. So let's keep it in perspective.
He could win this year.
Right? Why not? I think I like Christian McCaffrey because the expectations were so high last year. He was the consensus 101 in fantasy. He went out there. He played 2 games before re-aggravating that Achilles injury. And now, Jimmy, some people have the stones to take Christian McCaffrey in the top 5 this year. I'm not one of those
top
people.
5?
Oh, he's going in the top 5. His ADP is.
Wow, I thought he was in the wraparound.
His ADP is anywhere. I mean, I'm sure you listen to Fantasy Footballers. Mike Wright is 101. Mike Wright is planting the flag. That should be the first pick in fantasy drafts. I don't agree. I don't have those stones. I don't have those stones. The Burns, I can't. I don't got enough burn cream in the world to draft Christian McCaffrey again, ever. Probably. Because the cost. It's always a cost thing. The risk. But that doesn't mean that I don't think he can be the comeback player of the year. And I guess maybe if I think he could be the comeback player of the year, maybe I should reconsider in fantasy, but he'd have to fall. I'd have to get him at the back of the first if I was.
Yeah, I mean, there's still so many players. That 1-1 is not comeback player. You don't have the big like have him be your 1-1 and also have him be your comeback player of the year.
Exactly. If he
Then
does
I just
better,
pick Jamar Chase for comeback player of the year.
if he does better than Dak Hutchinson, Trevor Lawrence, JJ McCarthy, Nick Chubb's getting some odds.
Yeah, I saw that. That's
Diggs is on the list. That's fun.
Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson, if you keep scrolling a little bit.
That's a 2 counter for his name. Let's keep going.
No, but I know A-Rich is getting name dropped. No, but that's the comeback player of the year. Okay, Jimmy Ray.
Yeah.
Who do you got for your coach of the year?
Jim Harbaugh.
Love that.
I think the Chargers will continue to make improvement. I think they'll win the division this year, and I think it could be because I think Jim Harbaugh could get the credit. It's always hard to pick coach of the year because there's going to be 8 coaches that win the division. It's just a matter of who kind of outperforms expectations. Is that Jim Harbaugh? I don't know, but I think he's worthy. I think he's brought the Chargers out of a certain spot that they didn't want to be. So he's a good coach, and Justin Herbst, he's dating Madison Beer now, so he'll probably ball out.
That's great.
My take. Hot take.
That is peak analysis right there. Madison Beer is dating Justin Herbert. Therefore, Justin Herbert's head coach will win coach of the year. It's just you're not going to get that kind of analysis outside of the
Allen, Haley Steinfeld. It just happens like that, you know.
Come on.
There's another couple too. We don't have to talk about that.
We already know Jimmy's MVP pick. Let's just save time. My coach of the year, actually, I found out the chalk pick is Ben Johnson. I'm not going to go with that. I'm not going to go with the Ben Johnson chalk pick. I think it's a little boring.
That's very chalk. No, I wouldn't bet that.
I like the move of going first-year coach. I think that's a consistent theme in coach of the year. They very often give it to a first-year coach, sometimes second-year coach. Looking at this list, honestly, it's gut check time, Jimmy. Because I thought I had my mind
almost picked a first-year coach. I
thought I had my mind made up, but I'm kind of rethinking some things, and I think I'm going to pivot. And I think I'm going to go with Dave Canales.
Second-year coach.
Dave Canales. I know he's not a first-year coach, but there's something about what he started to build in Carolina, and there's something about maybe Adrian wasn't wrong. Maybe Adrian was just early on the Dave Canales.
No, he's not. He's usually late.
Hype train. Maybe he wasn't wrong. Maybe he was early, or maybe he's 3 hours late because he thought we were talking about Pacific and not Eastern. Without further ado, Dave Canales, Jimmy, come on. Like, you could see the path, right? Bryce Young.
I could see the path. I don't know what his odds are, but I like that pick. I had Liam Cohen on my mind.
Liam Cohen was a consideration. I actually thought heavily about Mike Vrabel because he's not a first-year coach, but he's a first-time coach in New England.
The first-year coaches, it just feels like it's a coach of the year thing.
They do win those a lot, yeah. And neither of us picked it. I was just going to use that to help me chalk it up, but I couldn't be boring. I thought about Canales, and I thought about what I'm expecting for Carolina.
Yeah.
And I had to take the leap of faith. All right, next up, we have Offensive Player of the Year. I believe it was Saquon last year, correct?
Yes, sir.
I think I have to pivot. I don't think he's going to repeat. I think the fantasy community, Saquon's a popular fade this year, given his utilization last year. People are very nervous about the workload he had coming into this year. They're thinking there's going to be some physical regression, just wear and tear. Players don't often get the workload he got last year and then come back unscathed. I'm not predicting that. I'm still high on Saquon from a fantasy perspective. I still think he'll have a great season, but I think the Offensive Player of the Year, and this might be chalk. I haven't looked at the odds. Actually, I've been doing it for everything.
I'm looking at the odds now.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the odds as well. But I'm guessing this is the odds-on favorite, but I got to go with Jamar Chase. I think he's going to win the Triple Crown again. I think the Bengals are going to need to score 41 points a game to compete. And I think seeing what they did in preseason, he looks maybe, if it's possible, he looks better than he looked last year when he was the Triple Crown winner. So I have to give it to Jamar Chase. And it's not, I don't like it because, the Bengals are kind of pseudo rivals of the Bills, but I don't think I have a choice. I think Jamar Chase for OPOY is a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I'm like trying to I'm going wishy-washy on this because I feel like you'll see what I mean when I go give my full list.
Yeah,
but I'll go Jahmyr Gibbs. So that's 2 Lions awards already. There might be a third in here as well.
Uh-oh.
And it is what it is. But I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs is a baller. I think he could take more of the work this year. There's a lot of players on that team. But I mean, he was the number one fantasy running back last year. I think he could absolutely just go nuclear. It's kind of in his prime age right now,
Yeah.
going into his third year, I believe. So I'm excited for him, and I think this isn't like a chalk pick, but he is third best in odds. I could go Bajan, but I just don't think the Falcons would necessarily be good enough. I think could go Saquon, Jamar, Derek, but I don't know. I wanted to pick a new guy, so I went Jahmyr.
Yeah, Saquon being first in odds definitely surprised me. Pretty comfortably above Jamar Chase. So while I'm in a legal,
Justin Jefferson,
while I'm in
CD,
yeah, Puka. While
yeah,
I'm in a legal betting state, I'm definitely going to take some shares of Jamar Chase, Offensive Player of the Year. I actually can't believe he's plus 900 on BetMGM, plus 850 on DraftKings. That feels like take the shot, right? Like take the shot.
yeah. Why not?
That's where I'm planting my flag.
Jaden Daniels, take the shot.
Take the
Jonathan
shot.
Taylor, take the shot.
I mean, right? Well, those are okay. We're getting a little crazy now. We're getting a
Good
little
odds.
crazy.
Good
Mr.
odds.
Colts, Mr. Colts, get your
Anthony
bias.
Richardson.
Get your Anthony Richardson, Offensive Player of the Year. Let's do Defensive Player of the Year next. And I think once again, I mean, I'm guessing the chalk is probably TJ Watt. I think I have to fade that. I think the books, and I know it happened last year, but I think PS2 is probably the pick here. It's chalky, but he's just such a lockdown corner, and he's not just lockdown, he's also flashy. There's something about being a lockdown corner that isn't flashy that you don't always get your flowers. Like, for example, like you see a couple years back, AJ Terrell had a lockdown season. Buffalo Bills cornerback Christian Benford has absolute clamps, but he's not even a household name.
Mhm.
I just bought a Christian Benford jersey, and it was the first time I saw a Christian Benford jersey in person, other than when I see him play. So I'll be the first person wearing a Christian Benford jersey outside of literally Christian Benford. It's not a glamorous position. If you don't get the picks, you don't get the love. And I think PS2, he combines lockdown with picks, with splash plays. He's got an island, bro. He's got a literal island where if you go there, you're not getting catches. It's that simple. Like you're bench your fantasy receivers against him. Everybody but Chase, bench against Patrick Surtain II. It's just not worth your time. PS2 is my pick for Defensive Player of the Year.
What a good nickname too. Didn't he win it last year?
Yes, I think he did, and
Yeah, back to back.
So. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go Aiden Hutchinson. So this is
Wait, seriously?
yeah, seriously. I had him. I had him on here. If he's going to win DPOY, he better win Comeback Player of the Year too. Like that makes the most sense. If he's my pick for DPOY, why would he not win Comeback Player of the Year? But I already talked about him. I could go. I think Max Crosby my second. If I had to pick somebody different, I think Max Crosby deserves some flowers. I think he could be really dominant.
Oh yeah.
And go. I mean, you could pick Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, but
I know we're looking at the same. I know we're looking at the same odds because you just went right down the list. Yeah. No, it's just funny because Aiden Hutchinson is the chalk pick, and I'm like, what? Like, I thought for sure.
Feel right.
And Pat Surtain is plus 5,000. Jimmy, go buy some share, dude. Maybe I parlay Chase.
Is he really gonna win it back to back? I think that's why it's so high.
If he does what he did last year, he'll win it back to back. He's that good.
I don't even think that's true.
I don't even think Christian Benford's on this list. He's not. Wow. We're gonna have
Colts.
I don't know, man. I don't know how long I can scroll. I love it.
I'll keep scrolling. You keep talking.
Yeah. Find the first Colt. Zaire Franklin.
Okay. No way.
Do they have Latu? Latu maybe?
DeForest Buckner plus 15K.
Oh my God! Put $1 on
Various Ward 30K.
Put $1 on that and prosper, brother.
$1 on it. 1,500. Wow.
Bet the rent.
$1.
No. Okay. I think last but not least, we've made it to the pinnacle. Correct. It's time for the MVP.
Well, we still have rookies.
Oh, we got rookies. Okay, let's breeze through the rookies. You gotta pick off the top of your head for offensive rookie of the
Tyler
year?
Warren.
You serious? You're not doing
Kind of.
fan.
Well, it is a fan thing.
Nobody's judging. It's
I
your
mean,
pick,
it's a
brother.
fan thing, but it feels good. It feels good.
I'm not mad at it. I don't
I
think
mean,
it's the
he
great.
could have a Brock Bowers type year. Who knows?
Yeah, and Brock
Brock
Bowers did.
Bowers was close to winning it,
Yeah,
I
I,
guess,
I
right?
Ashton Genty's the odds-on favorite. While you sort out your own personal spirit and decide if you're doing a bid or not, I'm gonna take my pick and I'm gonna say Cam Ward. It always goes to a quarterback.
Such a bad pick. Such a fan pick.
I love Cam Ward. Cam
Such
Ward is
chalk,
awesome.
dude.
No, Cam Ward deserves his flowers. He was the 101, and we all know he's the least talked about 101. The other day, I was with Emily, bless her heart, great NFL fan. She knows the Patriots roster top to bottom, and she said, "Well, are the Titans even going to be good without Will Levis?" And I said, "Emily, first of all, he sucks. Second of all, they literally had the first overall pick. Nobody knows, but she knows everything about Shador. She knows everything about. It's the least coverage a 101 has ever gotten in the history of the NFL. It's crazy." He's the
Yeah,
side. He's not even this. He's not even this. The side story. He's not a story. That's a thing for some reason. And I watched a lot of Miami football last year, and I bet on a lot of Miami football last year. And that dude's a bag respecter. Let me tell you, Cam Ward's a bag respecter. You go if he knows you got a parlay on the line, he's gonna go out there and sling the rock. His team will be up 20, down 20. It don't matter. He's gonna try to cash for you. I love you, Cam Ward.
I mean, he's the rookie quarterback that's going to start. So it's a good pick. Ashton Genty's obviously up there. Tyler Warren's going to have to do something crazy, but that's all I have in terms of hope.
Yeah, plus 3,000
this season.
right
So I'm gonna keep that.
now.
But there's a lot of good running backs. I could see a running back for sure winning it this year. To be honest,
Yeah,
with you.
Henderson,
Travis Hunter would be fun.
Hampton,
You won both.
Travis Hunter. Yeah, Travis Hunter will be interesting because will he do enough on either side of the ball to garner any recognition, any consideration? Him and Brian Thomas Jr. I'm signed up. My name is signed on the dotted line. I will be sat for the Jaguars offense this year. I will be tuned the hell in. All right.
Yeah.
We got one more before we get to the big one, and then we will do our team predictions, playoff predictions, and Super Bowl predictions. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jimmy, who do you got?
I went chalk on this one. I think I probably did earlier too, but I went Mr. Abdul Carter. I feel like that defensive line is just built to get production this year. You got Brian Burns. You're playing with Brian Burns. I mean, this could be a great opportunity for him to ball out. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Abdul Carter. I mean, there's not much else to say, but he's dominant on the edge. So he's got to get those sack numbers up to win it, but I think he could.
It's difficult for me to take him. It's just I don't think he won't be great. I just think it is so chalky. Like he's plus 225. The next highest is Jalen Walker at plus 1,000. So they're 4 times better odds if you take the next pick. I think I'll double down with you just because I don't really think anybody else has really had such a special camp or offseason or preseason that I'm like, oh, let me take them. But there's some interesting names. Mason Graham piqued my interest a little bit. I thought about that. If I had a flyer, I would probably take Mason Graham. If Maxwell Harrison wasn't going to miss 4 games, I do really like his game quite a bit. I think he's going to be special in Buffalo. But when guys get hurt and miss the first 4 games of their season and they're recovering from an injury, like he'll be banged up. Like his speed is a big part of his game. Will he have access to all that speed? It's just tough. It's a tough sell on Harrison at this point. I think that's going to be a no from me. So I think I'm going to go with Abdul Carter as well. But if I had a dark horse pick at plus 1,600, I'd probably go with Mason Graham. I like his opportunity to mix it up a little bit. Without further ado, Jimmy, the big ticket of our award predictions is the prediction for the NFL MVP, and you got this right last year. People forget you predicted it would be Josh Allen. I don't think I did. And he won it because I didn't. I'm superstitious. I'm not going to pick him again this year. He's probably rightfully the odds-on favorite. I would guess Lamar Jackson is probably number 2 in odds. But it doesn't matter to me because I'm not taking either of them. I'm going to go to Ohio for my MVP, and I'm going to take Mr. Joe Shiesty, Mr. Burr, Mr. Joe Cool. I think this is Joe Burrow's year to add that MVP trophy to his hardware case. And I think he was damn near worthy of it last year had he fielded a winning record or at least a playoff team. Oh my goodness, was he special? And do I think he'll be special again, given how much that's kind of the theme of today's picks for me? I think the Bengals are going to have to be an aerial attack. They're going to have to be on full ambush 24/7 in order to make any sort of noise in the AFC standings. And I think they will. I still think I think they'll go to the dance. And by that, I mean playoffs. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And I think that will be enough to propel Joe Burrow to winning his MVP, his first MVP. And I think I'll put Allen as the runner-up. What do you got?
I picked Joe Burrow too.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, hit the celebratory music. Woo! Yeah, we did it.
I felt so original, dude. I was like, I'm gonna make this whole spiel, and then Jimmy's gonna talk about how Josh Allen's obviously gonna win it because he's coming off an MVP season and la la la. But I'm wrong. I was wrong.
No, we're both right. We're both right.
We're both right.
Joe Shiesty.
I'll be honest. I hope I'm wrong. I'd love for it to be Allen again. I would think I'd rather see Lamar win it. I love Lamar. What a guy. What a stud. What a talent. I just think the fact that he has two hurts him.
It's like picking Jokic. It's like, are you really gonna pick Jokic again? Like,
yeah. Are we really doing this?
No duh is gonna be good.
Yeah, exactly. It's fatigue. It's greatness fatigue.
Yeah, it is. Really. And Joe Burrow deserves his just like Josh Allen did. Yep. Was that the season Josh Allen should have won it? I guess probably so. It happened.
I mean, it wasn't his best statistical season by any stretch. If you go by like performance and by moments, like I think it is. Because he had the run in Kansas City, he had the touchdowns against the Jets. Like he was chock the 40 whatever point game against the Lions. I think the moments were there, but the stats weren't. But I almost think that more speaks to the greatness, right? Because he had to overcome a lacking supporting cast. Let's just be honest, at least compared to the other candidates. And I think Burrow has to be that much better than everybody else because of his supporting cast, and I think he will. So we agree.
That's why he draws up all those stats and stuff. He's smart with the ball. He's explosive when he needs to be, and he has the playmakers on offense. It's just a matter of the defense. Once again,
can they win enough games?
Will it happen?
Be in the conversation.
And we think it's a worthwhile bet to at least try it. So we're not a betting podcast. Don't bet your rent. Be safe with your money. Call the number if you need to. We don't like using our money for that at all. We don't like fantasy football at all. Just keep your money in your pockets and just say, hey, just get on a podcast and say these things are going to happen. So nobody will remember any of it.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're right, you can milk it and make it the reason why people should respect you.
Yeah, Mr. Darling Team over here.
Mr. Darling Team. I got a reputation to uphold, man. I've been losing sleep about this year's pick. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
I've been losing
you won't sleep the next week now.
I'll give you guys a little hint. Think East. Think East. Jimmy, without further ado, we have to predict the AFC and NFC standings for the year, which includes division winners, wild cards, and then we have to tell the good people of the Legit Football Podcast who's going to win it all.
I didn't even pick that.
Yes, sir. So if we aren't, I just caught up on Anthony's chat notes. Those are
I just did too.
Hilarious. Anthony, thank you for giving me a little bit of a smile on my face because you are our producer, Anthony. He deserves just a round of applause. So, Anthony, I don't know if you have a sound effect for clapping, and if the listeners could comment hand emojis, please, for Anthony and the greatness that he brings to the table, because he did some amazing things. But without further ado, we have to get to our division winners. Jimmy Ray, let's start. Let's go. Do we go conference by conference or do we go geographically?
We go conference by conference.
All right. Let's start in the
AFC North.
AFC. We're starting in the AFC.
NFC.
You've already made your bet, Jimmy. You're going to lay in it. The AFC North will be won by Jimmy. Who?
I figured we'd go here just since we were just talking about him. I went Cincinnati Bengals. I feel like this has to happen for him to win MVP. What? What are you
Got
doing?
me falling out of my damn chair, bro.
Why?
Got me falling out of Don's chair, bro. Because you know who resides in the AFC North? You know
Who?
Aaron Rodgers. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's the Ravens. I got the Ravens winning the division.
But you have Joe Burrow winning the MVP?
I do.
Okay, well, okay. Yeah. That's fair. I mean, they're probably neck and neck.
Yeah. Has an MVP ever come from a wild card team? Did I just screw myself?
You keep talking about the Bengals if you want. Talk about the Ravens. Talk about the Ravens. We already talked about the Bengals.
Did I just make a really stupid prediction?
I don't know.
I absolutely I think there's a no-brainer that the Ravens are going to be one of the best teams in the league. I think I might have to pick against my favorite
Patrick
team.
Mahomes in 2022.
There you go.
Kurt Warner in 1999.
So twice in the last 23 years. I like my odds. I think the Ravens are going to be nearly unbeatable this year.
I think the Bills a wild card team.
Last year? No, the Bills have won the East 5 years in a row, brother.
Why did this just say that? Carry on.
If it's AI, that's why. Their AI stands for all idiots.
I think it's just because they played in the wild card. That's why they were telling me that. Yeah, AIs are
all idiots. I gotta go with the Ravens. I just think their defense it got better, which is violent because it was already one of the best in the league. They still have Lamar Jackson last time I checked. They still have All-Pro Henry last time I checked. Their weapons got better this year. I don't see a world where they don't win 14 games, and they aren't the favorite to win the Super Bowl coming out of the AFC.
I agree with you.
Except
I'll make up for it later.
Cincinnati wins 15, right? Or are you sticking with Cincinnati or what?
Yeah, Cincinnati is going to win the division.
Okay,
they're both going to win 14, but tiebreaker.
Okay, there you go.
It's going to be a coin flip for the tiebreaker.
All right, AFC West. We're heading out west, and I will take the lead on this one. I'd love to pick the Chiefs to not win it, but I think the Chiefs are going to win it. Sorry, world. Chiefs are winning this. It's
sorry.
King of the Hill rules. I say that on this podcast every year. I kind of puff my chest up about it. King of the Hill rules. I think it's the Chiefs division to lose, and
Bobby.
I think the underbelly. Ooh, that's kind of a mean thing to say about these teams. I think the underbelly of the West got better, so I think Vegas can compete. I think LA can compete. I think Denver can compete. Absolutely, all those teams could win this division, but until a team takes it from Kansas City, to me, it's Kansas City.
Yeah, I have the Chargers.
Makes sense with your Coach of the Year prediction. I like that.
Yeah, see, I went kind of bold with. Yeah, I mean, I went. They all came together to me like 2 hours ago. This all just came to my mind, so it'll definitely pan out. But the Chargers defense is the biggest question mark in terms of their secondary, but I do think their offense and Jim Harbaugh, I think they're a well-coached team. They're just a well-built team, in my opinion, and obviously they had Slater go out for the year, but hopefully somebody steps up and makes some plays. But I'm excited for Marion Hampton, Jay Herbs. We already talked about, beer. Keenan Allen's back, so it could be a really cool thing. But then I forgot that somebody got engaged, so that seems like a Cinderella story for
the NFL. Could be
Travis Swift. Yeah,
that script could be.
We love the Chiefs. We love the Chiefs. Kevin loves the Chiefs.
It's my favorite team. I love
them. Put it on the YouTube shorts.
No,
he's a Chiefs fan now.
Don't do that to me and my reputation with my Bills Mafia. I don't want to get jumped. We're gonna go over to the AFC East, where we're gonna both pick the Bills to win because obviously King of the Hill rules. Josh Allen. Enough said.
Yeah. The Bills.
I don't want to speak for Jimmy, and I don't think we need to go too deep into it. I think Bobby Babich is coaching up an aggressive unit. I think they're going to be more aggressive this year. I would guess that they'll be up there in sacks and turnovers. They'll probably give up a lot of yards. It's always been a funnel defense. I don't know what to tell you about that. That's just kind of what Sean McDermott does. His defense is kind of due. I hope Cole Bishop can step up at safety. The safety is a concern, but the receiver room has been pretty solidified. I'm pretty happy with who we got in that room. Cook re-signed. I did buy my Cook jersey actually, so like Terry, like the Commanders fans with Terry, the ink dries on the contract. You run to the store, you run and get your guy's jersey. And we brought back Jordan Poyer today. I could dust off his jersey in my
that was fun.
Pretty happy about that. And thank you. And we're gonna head over to the AFC South where Jimmy is gonna pick the Colts to win, and I'm gonna make fun of him. No, Colts hat's coming off. Jimmy, are you gonna do this? What do you got for me?
I got Duval. Duval. Hold on, I need to put this back on. I feel sacrilegious right now not wearing it.
Yeah, that's horrible.
You're still my team. I still love them a lot.
So let's talk about it. Jacksonville.
Okay. Yeah, like you said, this basically I'm putting my bets on Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence to make a jump. I think Liam Cohen, he brought the Buccaneers offense. He revitalized it last year. Is he a one-year wonder for that? I kind of look back at his previous history and stuff, and it's nothing crazy, but last year was just tremendous in what he brought out of the Bucs after they were like a 20th ranked offense, and they were top 5 offense last year, and Baker Mayfield was in the MVP conversation. Will that happen this year? I don't know, but I think that he can bring more out of the running game. I think he can bring out. I think the wide receivers are tremendous now. I think Travis Hunter could make an impact on both sides of the ball, to be honest with you, in some capacity, at least if it's not full time. They have edge rushers that are elite, but it's just a matter of their secondary. If they can actually get pressure, they didn't get a lot of pressure last year, but because of the interior defensive line and their secondary. So we'll see where that standpoint is. But this is a wide open division, honestly. Like Texans, Titans, Colts, Jags. In my opinion, any of these teams can win the division, which is not. I can't say that about any other division.
I think I agree with you. I think despite my pick for Cam Ward for Rookie of the Year, I'm not giving the Titans much of a chance. I think I'm going to stick with. It's so
that's crazy.
I feel kind of nauseous doing this, but I think I'm going to stick with my King of the Hill rule here. It's funny because if you use that rule, then by that logic, then no division winner should ever be overturned, right? Oh, if you win it once, you're going to win it forever. No, that's not how it works. But I do think Houston has a really good shot at winning this division, and I will be picking them. I just think they are the most stable. They've won a playoff game in 2 straight years. There's got to be something to be said for that. Stroud, I know he underperformed last year. He looked at times a bit fraudulent, but I don't think he is. I think he's a good player. They got some new weapons in there. The mix and stuff is a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
There's some discussion about whether or not he will even there's some discussion about whether or not he'll even play this year, which is like not great, but Chubb's fine. I like Woody Marks. I think they'll figure it out. You could get a good running back on the trade market. You could sign somebody. So I'm confident that Houston will run it back, but this is my least confident in my 4 so far.
Confident, but not confident.
I'm confident, but I'm less confident than I am about the other 3.
Okay.
Jimmy, we have a whole other conference to get to, and we're going to start in the East.
Do you want to do wild card teams real quick?
Should we do wild card teams?
I mean, I have Chiefs, Ravens, Broncos. So I have 3 coming out of the AFC West.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. So nobody else out of the South or the East. Ravens out of the North, and then 3 out of the West, which is going to be hard because they'll obviously beat each other up. But if they split games, and it might work out. Who knows? But they're ballers.
Yeah.
So.
I think I'm going to go with Bengals without a doubt. That's going to be my 5th seed.
Yeah. Do you think the Jags can make it? Do you have anybody else out of the AFC South?
I thought about going with Jags for my 7th seed. But I think I like the Chargers and Broncos both better than the Jags. I think I'm going to go with Bengals, Broncos, Chargers. I think that's going to be my 3.
That makes sense.
Raiders got some consideration. Jacksonville got some consideration. Sadly, the East, I have 0 consideration.
So we have the same playoff teams.
Same playoff teams. There's just one little shuffle.
Cool.
I like that. I think that's good. I think that's
I do too.
I think that's a pretty safe bet. So I think that we're sleeping on the Patriots a little bit. I like the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to be a better team. But I don't.
I
think the hype train got out of control for them. I think a good year for them would be 8 or 9 wins. I don't think they need to go to. I don't think they need to go to the playoff. But Vegas, everybody, because I've been championing them for years. They were my clubhouse leader for offseason darling last year until the vibes with Rod Mayo became so bad. But I don't like. I think the hype train's out of control because people are talking about them like they should be a playoff team. Like we should expect.
I think Mike Vrabel coming in is just like revitalizing a lot of what
Josh
people think of the
McDaniels,
Patriots, but I don't
Drake.
think they realize their roster is
Yeah, they
still
got. We know
they
they're
have players.
Yeah, I always say that when you're an ascendant team, you have to ascend until you become the ascended. I don't think they have to be the ascended right now. They are ascending. I think they have another rung on the ladder to climb. My opinion. I apologize to my Patriots.
No,
I'm in New England
don't
right now, so
apologize. Don't
if you guys
apologize.
please don't jump me.
Stop apologizing.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
Welcome. I got you.
What a guy. We have one more conference to get to, and then we have our Super Bowl picks, and we'll be a little faster with this conference because I got a dinner
No,
NFC East, I got the Eagles winning that.
I got the Eagles.
Yep, they're just too good. Reigning champs, Saquon, AJ Brown.
Commanders could easily overtake them, but I'm not betting against Eagles.
As much as Sirianni gets panned, I actually did think about him for Coach of the Year. I think if he hasn't won it yet, I don't know if he will because he's kind of an established good coach now, even though he gets dogged a lot. I like Sirianni quite a bit. I think he's a good coach. Commanders could give him a run for their money, but I don't think so. I don't think they're ready to seal the division just yet. NFC South, I have Tampa winning that.
I have Tampa too.
Confident
Tampa as well. I'm not too crazy. I'm not too crazy about anybody else in that division. I think the Panthers Falcons could be eyeing for a wild card spot.
Either team could be interesting. I might have to pick the Panthers as a wild card team to thread my Dave Canales needle.
You need to match those up a little better.
I might have to do. Yeah, I know, right? I'm kind of a little scatterbrained here, but whatever. I'll be right on one side of the coin, and then I can just be like, "Ooh, I was right on that." That's me and Brent. I'm literally me, and I'm doing a whining noise for me. We have the NFC West. I think I'm gonna go with my first upset here. I think I'm gonna go with my first anti-chalk pick here. And I think I'm gonna take the 49ers to bounce back.
Okay. They're a wild card team for me.
I think I'm gonna have the 49ers snagging that division back from LA. I just think
it's more of an upset to pick. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I had the Cardinals, but you can go ahead with the Niners.
Wait, can you say that one more time?
The Cardinals
winning the division.
I like Kyler Murray.
Is this a joke? Kyler
Murray. Kyler Murray is really good.
You're not doing a bit.
Fireworks.
In all our years, I've never walked off the podcast, and I don't intend to do it right now, Jimmy. But you got my blood boiling. I disagree. I don't think the Cardinals will be even close. I think the Cardinals are going to suck. Kyler Murray does not have that dog in him. He's a puppy.
Cardinals have it.
You got Cardinals. I think you're a madman. I'd like for us to text privately about this after, maybe talk about a bet. I'd love to make some money off of your delusions. 49ers are going to win the division. I'm confident in that, and I don't think the Cardinals are, let alone a playoff team. I think they might be drafted in the top 10.
I'm playoffs and draft in the top 10. Do they trade with somebody?
I think I'm in the minority here, sir. I think I'm in the minority here. So I think the Cardinals are a trendy pick, but I'm gonna go with the 49ers here. And then we have one last division, the NFC. What's the other one? Northeast, south?
North.
Lions. I agree. Lions all day. That's easy. Rest your head on that pillow, Anthony. We are both picking your team to win the division, and I think that's a no-brainer. I do have a bet on that already. So, wild card, take it away.
I have the Commanders.
Okay.
I have the 49ers.
Okay.
And I have the Chicago Bears. The Bears.
I love
The Bears.
Jimmy, I'm so happy that we mixed this up so aggressively.
It's gonna be Cardinals is crazy.
I am so happy that we did this because it's gonna be an interesting podcast episode. Whether or not your intellectual integrity will be maintained following this will be debatable. I got the Commanders as a wild card team. I got the Rams as a wild card team. I think I have to close it out with the.
I think Matt Stafford is not playing ever again.
I disagree. You think Matt Stafford's been dead for 2 weeks? It's their weekend at Bernie's-ing Matt Stafford in practice.
Have you listened to his wife's podcast? You never know.
I gotta go with my gut. I'll if more Stafford injury news comes out, I'm definitely a little more nervous about Puka in fantasy. But if more Stafford injury news comes out, I will consider taking them out and swapping them with the Falcons. But I'm gonna go with Rams, Panthers, and who was the other team I said? I already forgot. Commanders. Easy money. Jimmy Ray, who makes the Super
Bowl? Ravens and Lions.
I like it.
So I have the Ravens losing the division. See how we kind of wrapped around that division. Circle. We gave them love both ways so that neither fan base can get mad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ravens winning it all. 2 new teams in the Super Bowl. It's been a while. Will it happen? I don't know, but I have fun picking teams like that, so we'll see.
Yeah, and I think I have to go with the color theory here, and I have to go with Bills Lions, and I think my team. I know it's reverse superstition here, but I think my team is going to win their first ever Super Bowl. I will ascend to the heavens. You'll never see me again because my soul will leave my body. I will just be a vessel on earth now because I will be so happy that the Bills won a Super Bowl. And
you can't do this.
It was done with McDermott and Joshua, and we'll christen the new stadium with a Super Bowl banner, and we'll close the old stadium with Super Bowl win.
I can't believe you're doing this.
And I'm sorry, Anthony. It's going to be a tough week for us. A tough 2 weeks for us in the lead up to that. You and me are going to have to. We're going to have to get coffee. We're going to have to squash some beef. But that's my prediction. I'll say 34-28 in overtime.
You can't do this. Why are you picking the Bills?
I just did it. It's done.
You didn't pick Josh Allen last year just for this reason specifically.
But it didn't work for me with the Super Bowl. They didn't win the Super Bowl, even though I picked against them.
But he won MVP.
Maybe I had to pick him for the Super Bowl. Maybe it's different rules, Jimmy. Superstition, man. I don't make the rules. Ask Mr. Stition.
Who's that? Me?
I don't know.
Statistician.
He's apparently not a super guy.
Wrap it up.
All right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's everything. Anthony, if we forgot anything, you can.
We forgot Adrian.
You can talk some smack to us. Oh, is Adrian here?
He's messaging right now though. He said some cuss words.
We freaking love Adrian, and we missed him today, but somebody needs to send him like the letter chart that shows the difference between a P and an E, and then maybe he'll be here next week. I gotta dog my dog. It's the only way, bro. He knows I love him. Off-season darling episode next week. Most important episode of the season. My reputation is on the line. My off-season darling whisperer reputation is on the line, and I'll be holding my damn breath every moment until I get that team out and until that team does what I'd say they're going to do on the podcast. Jimmy, do you got anything you want to say to the great people of New England?
I love you guys, man. New England's a great place to go and vacation and go sailing. It's better than the Midwest. I think Anthony Richardson will be starting by the end of the year. Just so you guys.
I love this guy. Jimmy Ray, man. Let me tell you. I think, you know what, Jimmy Ray, you and we've done some good podcast episodes before. I think this might be the best one.
Yeah, because of.
Because Adrian's not here? No.
There it is. No, I'm just kidding. That's my dog. I just messaged him.
Let the European stallion live. Without further ado, Anthony, you're the GOAT. Thank you for the continued great producing that you do. I apologize that I skim your notes. What a jerk.
I didn't even open it. I always forget.
You fired. Ladies and gentlemen, did you he kicked Jimmy out of his show. Oh my God. And you're getting a beautiful glimpse at Don Brolin's office. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, the designated motivator. If you're looking for somebody to do your taxes, if you're looking for somebody to give you a pep talk, call Don Brolin, the designated motivator, CPA. Again, one more congratulations to the newly engaged couple, Jake. I was going to say Jake and Bubba, but Bubba is Jake. Jake and Emily, congratulations on your engagement, and thank you for allowing me to inhabit your mom's office while you guys are frolicking about New England. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kevin Phillip Fox at the Buffalo Trill. He's Jimmy Ray at NFL Stats. We are Legit Football, and we'll see you next week for the Offseason Darling Team episode. We are out.